Best Ball Bash and the Randomizer, your Wednesday doubleheader. First up, Best Ball Bash, where one of you guys will win a spot to hop on stream and draft a Best Ball Mania team with me, directly followed by the Randomizer. Our guest today is none other than PPRTyler, a young, plucky, upstart kid in this big, bad best ball world, and we're about to put him through the ringer. It's going to be a fun one. I'm Pete. Let's get ready for the bash. Welcome to the Best Ball Bash. We are throwing a party. One of you guys in the chat will be hopping on stream to draft, and then we will split the $2 million prize.
We are in the 2020 Honda Civic.
I think we got to lock him up.
You're going to be able to get us Jalen Knoll to fall by staring them down in the eye right now.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Pete.
Lock him up.
That's my kind of guy. I am going to need a howl from you.
Hopefully none of my neighbors mind.
Oh, this is going to be my life. This is so much fun.
All right. It looks like I might have made the mistake of not gating the YouTube chat. I see some non-members sneaking in here, so that's on me. Let me make a quick edit here. We might have to do a quick remix on the hashtag for today. I always have to go into the customization. Yes, I forgot. Who can send member messages? It is members here. So here's what we're going to do. We had to do this once before. We're going to adjust it. It's Join the Bash 2. Join the Bash 2. So we're going to redo this. I apologize for everyone who had already submitted, but we got to start from scratch here. We got to get out the freeloaders trying to get on this stream without a YouTube membership. So hashtag Join the Bash 2. Join the Bash 2. If you put it in, Join the Bash earlier, you got to redo it. Because the worst thing we could have on this show is some kind of controversy where a non-YouTube member wins. It could basically ruin the entire premise. We know how many scandals are going on in the best ball universe these days. I have to do my best to avoid one of my own here on the Bash. All right, we got the Join the Bash 2s flowing here. 23 of you YouTube members have entered. We got some new members as well. We got Robert here looking really nice. Is that a bow tie in your photo, Robert? We got DM here. We got my guy Bullock. That is the premise of the show. You have to be a YouTube member to be able to chat, which means you are able to put in the hashtag, which will enter your name into a drawing that we're going to do here in the next couple of minutes. And whoever wins, I DM them the link to this StreamYard where we host it. And you hop on and we draft a team together. I get to learn who you are. I can ask you about your profession, and you can decide to be forthcoming about that or be cagey, as my guest, the What was last week. And we'll have a grand old time. We'll have a grand old time. And then, like I mentioned in the open, we got PPRTyler. I did his stream earlier this summer. I've been seeing some of his clips on Twitter, and I thought this is just the kind of kid we can throw the kitchen sink at with the randomizer wheel. And the randomizer team, the writers team, and a bunch of you guys on Twitter as well cooked up some very fun prompts for Tyler. So I hope Tyler is feeling limber. I hope he is feeling warmed up because we're gonna give him a hell of a time. All right, we're going to give you guys one more minute. Like I said, we had to update the hashtag. It's not just Join the Bash. It's Join the Bash 2. We had to add the 2 on because I messed up and forgot to gate the chat to members only. I should also mention the YouTube memberships come with other perks depending on what level you are. Regardless of what level you are, you have admission into the Bash. But if you're a Best Ball Value Hounds tier, you get access to a special channel in the Deposit Kingdom Discord where I'll tip you off when I join drafts on Mondays during Best Ball Breakfast. You'll also get access to the Best Ball After Dark shows. That's a premium show I do every single weekend. Been having to move around the days a little bit to accommodate travel schedule, guests, etc. On Sunday, I'm going to have Jack Miller from Establish the Run on. He does a lot of great work for them over there. Part of the projections team, has been writing some cool best ball articles as well. So he's going to be my guest on After Dark Sunday this week, a special Sunday edition. And so if you're a YouTube member, you can get access to those as well. We got Who Hames becoming a member and entering the bash. Ben trying to run it back, a guest already on the show. But I think it is time. We have 29 entries. It's 105. That's the time I normally spin the wheel. Let's do it. Tyler just snuck it in at the last second. Here we go. We're drawing. Beware of the slow roll. Repeat viewers are familiar with this dynamic here. It is Dat Mavis 89. Dat Mavis 89. I have seen this username before. I have always wondered if it was like a spin on Davis Maddock, but it's probably just a spin on Matt Davis, 89 here. But Mr. Mavis 89, let me know where you're going to DM me. Discord works, Twitter works. If you want to send me a quick email, we can do that. But reveal yourself in the chat, and we'll get you situated here to hop on stream and draft a Best Ball Mania team with me. Let's see. All right, Twitter. All right, he is here. All right, let me head over to Twitter. Burnt says, losing this lottery every week hurts so bad. I'm sorry, sir. You know, what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to set realistic expectations for Best Ball Mania. You know, if you lose this lottery every single week during the summer, maybe you will be more emotionally equipped to have all your teams wiped out by week 16. All right, let's see here. Do I have a DM? Do I have a DM? I don't see you yet in here, Mr. Matt Davis. Tell me your Twitter handle so I can find it, because I don't see you in my DMs, and I'm looking in my message requests as well. There's someone, I'll read you. In the meantime, I will read you some of my DMs. Hi, Peter Overzet. This is Ronan from Arbit Official. We are an aspiring exchange that focuses on meme coins and serving the DGen community. I really enjoy your content, and thank you so much for always sharing. All right. Let me see if I can find you, because I do not see your DM here. Thanks, Elon. Can't even let me see it. Okay, here we go. This is definitely you. All right. All right. I have sent you the link. I don't have you muted on Twitter. That's a good start. We are going to get one of those soon, where I go to DM someone. I'm like, oh, I have you muted on Twitter. Awkward. But I don't have Dat Mavis muted on Twitter. So we're good. We're good. Okay, let's get our screen up here, and we will get Mr. Matt Davis on the line. Like I said, I've recognized this username. The Twitter bio says Oregon State Twitter OG. I don't even know what that means. One of the first people to be on. Well, they joined in September 2024, so I don't know how much of an OG you can be. Best Ball Bro. Elite underdog username, quote, Davis Maddock. So Davis Maddock, of course, trying to take credit for this username. That sounds familiar. Otherwise here, oh, here he is. Here he is. There he is. One Mr. Dat Mavis, aka Matt Davis, 89. How are we doing, sir?
Good. You know, you asked me to DM you, and when I saw my name pop up, like everything starts shaking, because you're like, you watch it scroll after week, and you're like, there's no way I'm going to win. I don't even want to win, because I don't even know what I do on your stream. And then as soon as my name popped up there, I was like, I don't even know how to open Twitter.
Hey, not knowing how to open Twitter is kind of a good place to be in these days. I will say for you, do you have a place where you can set your phone down so it's balanced, so it's not so shaky?
Yes.
For the duration here?
Yes, I will get a backdrop here.
Yeah, take your time. You know, we're good here.
It's simply shaking because my hands are shaking.
That's okay. That's okay. Are you working from home today? Is that the what we got going on here?
Yeah, I work. I mean, I'm like field sales, so when I'm not out trying to sell my stuff, I'm at home in the office. So today's kind of an admin morning, getting the analyzing some sales reports and training and whatnot. So
what do you sell?
I sell knee injections for people who have osteoarthritis. So those weekend warriors out there banging on their knees. Eventually, you're going to need something like this.
Okay. Is it like when I hear injections, it almost sounds like cosmetic, as if I was getting like lip injections, but is this more cosmetic or medical here?
No, this is medical, but they're called hyaluronic acid injections, and so you'll see that on like makeup commercials or whatnot. Like that's actually in different facial stuff. But these go in the knee, and it's just kind of like joint lubrication. So it's the last thing you can get before having your whole total knee replaced.
I think you had everybody at lubrication. I think
Yeah,
that's
right.
where yeah, let's see. Like you might be able to sell in here. We have Philly Phantom. I need one of those. Steven saying I need your stuff. I'm just gonna, normally we save the plugs for the end, but go ahead,
Sure.
shill these injections, man. What can we do to help you out here?
Man, your knees are hurting. Number one, go see an orthopedist. Get in to see a knee doc, and then head to. So I work for Johnson and Johnson. So go to Johnson Johnson MedTech, search Orthovisc, Monovisc, find a provider in your area, man, and let's get you set up.
Yeah, it's back-to-back weeks. The what in the chat saying, I'm usually out trying to sell my stuff too. Do you like being associated with the what's line of work, or would you like to distance yourself from that?
That doesn't matter to me. I don't mind talking about it. It's interesting. I mean, a lot of former athletes get these because they're out there banging their knees. Every once in a while, I'll hear like so and so athlete, got a PRP injection, which I used to sell PRP, so I know all about that, or got an Orthovisc injection, and it's like, yeah, that's my stuff.
Very nice. What is your, your best ball origin stories, Deposit Kingdom? You mentioned not being on Twitter much, but Davis Maddock once shouted out your username. Kind of give us a little bit of the backstory here.
Yeah, I think I started doing this back when it was what this app used to be called. Was it like the Draft app?
Draft app, yeah.
Draft app. I remember downloading something. Oh, this is kind of fun, and did like handful of drafts, and then it was always just a side thing to just regular my regular fantasy football stuff. But then I won $200 in like BBM 2 or 3, whichever was the first, like the breakout year for Mahomes and Gurley went off. I had those guys and made it not to the finals, but far enough where I turned like $25 into 200, and then I just
Nice.
kind of like built that up a little bit through pick'ems and whatnot. And then last year started listening, like kind of switched my focus on like the podcast from like your redraft stuff, and kind of started listening to more best ball. JJ was doing his whole being a best ball bro thing, and it kind of got me into it a little bit more. And so I fired off a lot more drafts. Didn't have the same ROI as I had on my Todd Gurley team, but had a lot of fun doing it, and felt like I became a lot sharper. I actually finally won my home league, which I hadn't won in like 10 years. So I felt like I learned a lot more about football and became a little bit more of a ball knower.
Nice. So what kind of action are you getting down on best ball this year? Are you a best ball mania guy, side contest? What are you playing?
I'm just hitting the side contests. I mean, I didn't have I advanced I did 25 BBN teams. I advanced 5, so kind of the standard rate, and then didn't push any beyond that. And so just trying to tighten the budget up a little bit. I got 2 little kids, so I can't be throwing around big money with the cost of diapers and whatnot. So I've been living in the like $5 to $3 streets, and then I'll probably jump up and do a few more like eliminators and a couple BBMs in August once I just kind of have a little bit more information. But like I said, I can't be firing too much money into the void here.
Yes, I feel you on that. How old are your kids?
I have my son turns 4 in next month, and then my daughter is almost 1.5 years.
Wow. Okay, so you're in the thick of it. You are
Oh
in
yeah.
the thick of it.
Not in the thick of it, but we're sleeping better. Like we're sleeping,
Ooh.
and that is a big makes a big difference for the parents that know.
For sure. And you said you're in Oregon. Is that where you're based out of?
Yep, based out of Portland area.
Very nice. Very nice. How do you feel about the Trailblazers bringing Damian Lillard home?
I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, I don't really know what they're doing from a standpoint of like how we're trying to win games, but like Dame is Trailblazers, so it's just kind of great to have him back, and hopefully he can get healthy and relive some of the magic the following year.
For sure. Yeah, looks like it's going to be 1 year of getting paid millions to be a mentor in the locker room, which sounds like a good gig if you can get it.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. We are in a Best Ball Mania draft here. We have the 112, which means we're going to have a little bit of our work cut out. You know, I'm getting a vibe for how you want to draft. We're going to have to go bang, bang, 20-second clocks, back-to-back picks. How do you feel about the 112 draft slot?
Let's do it. I don't mind it. I feel like there's pretty big teardrop after about 15, 16. So we're going to get 2 really solid picks, and then we'll build the team out from there.
Who are some of your most drafted players so far this summer? Are any of your guys? Or are you still letting that develop?
I've let it develop a little bit, trying to kind of stay flat. You know, we'll see once this round of $1 Dalmatian slow drafts close and see how that adjusts things. But I don't know. Right now, I think DJ Giddens is my most drafted player. I don't really know how that happened, but I don't hate it either.
Yeah, I like Giddens a good bit there. And what is the origin story on your username? My guess is you just inverted your first name in your last name, and then Davis Maddock tried to take credit for it, thinking it looked like his name. Is that actually what happened?
Yeah, it came from my name is actually Matt Davis. It came from my high school golf sophomore year. I was on the golf team, and this freshman came in, and he started calling me Dat Mavis, and it's short guy had this little raspy voice. So every day we'd show up to practice. Hey, what's up, Dat? Kind of had the Davis Matt. I mean, he literally was very much like Davis Maddock.
I want to get the rest of this. We're on the clock. Genty, Brian Thomas, H.N., Henry London. Who do you like?
Let's go. Let's have some. I love H-Chan, so let's go Thomas H-Chan.
Okay, quick, beautiful. All right, I got H-Chan in there. We still have 15 seconds here, but H-Chan and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, let's do it here. Okay, so sorry, I shouldn't have had you launch into a story right before we're going to be on the clock, but finish that one. So somebody from your golf team who kind of had the Davis Maddock voice was calling you that.
Yeah, it's Sam Pape. Shout out Sam Pape, wherever you are now. Like, just would call me Dat Mavis, and it kind of stuck. And you know, you're a sophomore on the golf team when all the seniors and juniors kind of start, like that kind of becomes your thing. So Dat Mavis just kind of became my online alter ego, like Xbox Live, Halo 2, Halo 3 screen name, all the way up through, you know, all my different logins for various things. So
love it.
I feel like
the origin. It's funny how the nickname stuff works, where you like either lean into it or like for example, so on my freshman dorm room like floor, there was like 4 different Peters, and so everybody needed different nicknames, and everyone started calling me Oz because my last name's Overzet, and they kind of shortened it or whatever, and so it was just Oz. But I've never in my head adopted that nickname. I've never said it out loud. I've never put it in writing. I've never made it a username. And yet my college buddies will still call me Oz. And I am starting to think of, what if I would have gone down the path as you and just making my entire online identity, based off of whatever someone called me my first week of freshman year.
Yeah, it just kind of stuck. I mean, I don't go like, my wife doesn't call me Dat Mavis or anything like that.
That would be pretty far. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple buddies that'll toss that out every once in a while, and but I get the whole thing. I mean, being named Matt, like I can't go anywhere, be in any room without like 4 or 5 other guys being named Matt.
Yes.
And I just seeing Neil's comment about my passwords. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6. Neil.
Yes,
that's my luggage password for those of you that can get that reference.
John says your wife calls him Daddy. That's a pretty good nickname.
That's good. Now, my college job, I worked at a country club, and I worked in like the golf shop, and there was 4 guys named Matt, and we all answered the phone, and so we all had their version of Matt, and I was tall Matt.
Okay, how tall are you?
I mean, I'm like 6'2". I'm not, not anything special. We could touch the rim or whatnot, but I'm not like taking people down in the post or anything.
Well, I mean, I assume with all those knee injections you're getting, you can probably dunk. I mean, like that's the best advertisement. Like you roll up and you just throw down as a 6'2" white guy, and they're like, how did I do it? Well, let me show you some lubricated joint injections here.
Yeah, maybe pre-dad bod, I could get close, but I got a few extra pounds weighing me down.
All right, we're about to be on the clock here at the turn. The chat is going crazy for Omari and Hampton earlier. Terry McLaurin goes. We don't want to take Rashee Rice, but then we're looking at Evans, Daniels, Kittle, Hampton, Worthy. Who do you like here?
Okay, McLaurin just went. I mean, Jaden falling is interesting. No, he didn't really fall. Let's go
Quick.
Kittle. Let's go Kittle.
Fuck! Oh my
We end up with-
god! This
That's
is
okay.
the worst user error I've had in a long time. I tried to switch out the
Rashee.
queue.
Okay, that's okay. We're not dead. Let's go Kittle. Let's go Kittle Rice.
Look, this is on me. My bad, squad. I'm generally pretty good at the nimble fingers. I tried to get Jaden Daniels out. That was the first name you mentioned. And I was going to put Kittle in. And I forgot to put Kittle in the queue first and then remove Jaden. I removed Jaden first. We got autoed at the split second. Rashee Rice. We are going to lose out on like 4.5 picks of CLV. And that's on me, man. I apologize.
That's okay.
I apologize.
That's okay. At least it wasn't like second round Rashee. We're okay.
I'm tilting. I'm tilting so bad. This is going to be your Mona Lisa that you draft on stream here, and I just ruined it. I'm Matt. How do I come back from this, Matt?
I don't know. You can put what's that? You can put the thumbnail or whatever for this video of the fake, like that updated Mona Lisa. That's what this draft will be.
Oh my goodness. Is this an afternoon drink punishment? Like, I mean, what do you want me to do? Chug the rest of my Wegmans brand seltzer? I feel bad. How about this? Like, where had you been on Rashee Rice? Just in general, even before, let's say, all this news that came out?
Probably, I'd have to open up the app and check, but probably even, maybe slightly underweight. I think it was a little higher on Worthy. Just because of the price, but Chiefs are just weird because like you want to because you think they're such a great team, but it didn't deliver last year, and their defense is still really good, so they don't get into those shootouts like they maybe did a couple years ago. So it's okay. We can make this happen. I mean, who knows what happens. We don't know what his suspension will be. And I mean, the first 4 weeks might not even matter if we pick right the next couple of rounds.
Well, let me give you the spin zone. We did our ship chasing first high stakes draft, the main event, and we auto timed out overnight on Alvin Kamara in the 4th round. And we would have taken Omari and Hampton had we been awake. We have not been able to shake that. However, things have been breaking so well for that team. We get Dylan Sampson, who we got super cheap. We avoided Rashee Rice. That was a pick we were also going to make. So I'm just telling you, you can recover from a really poor auto timeout, but let's buckle up here. We are about to be on the clock again. Waddle, Kamara, Burrow, Connor, RJ Harvey, Chris Olave. Waddle goes. Do you like Olave? Any of these running backs here?
Let's go. I've been taking a lot of Connor.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll add Connor here, and then so we'll have 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end. I guess 1.5 wide receivers. What position do you want to look at?
Let's go Olave and see if we can just make up for that Rice a little bit.
Yes.
I've been seeing it. I feel like I've been drafting a lot of Kamara as well, because it's just like for their prices, the Saints don't need to have that good of quarterback play. And I've just got a little suspicion that Shuck is going to be good enough to move the ball. I mean, they might not score a ton of touchdowns, but we can still get some points. And I think Olave is good. So I've been trying to like catch up on both him and Rashid.
Yes. I felt the same way about Shuck, where it's like, it can't be that much worse than Derek Carr. And he's free and we're getting huge discounts. I think I definitely, Olave is one of my favorite clicks in the mid 6th. I'm still like struggling with the Kamara stuff a little bit. Just really hard to envision him being a week 15 through 17 hammer. But yeah, I see the vision with the Saints. Who are some of your other favorite, teams to target? You doing any other cheap backstacks?
Well, I feel like I have a lot of Jaguars, like a lot of
Nice.
Trevor Lawrence, Brenton Strange, Diami Brown. I just don't know what to think about the Travis Hunter stuff. I
You and
know the
everybody else.
Yeah. So I like, and that's kind of why was happy to grab Brian Thomas, because I think we can do the Strange um backstack with the Strange. And then I think I have a lot of Jaguars, which is probably why I end up with a lot of DJ Giddens, because I think they're play week 17.
Yep.
So I get a lot of back correlation that way.
Do you have any are you from Oregon, or do you just live there now?
Well, I'm from here. My NFL team, I'm a Vikings fan, because both my parents are back from like the Minnesota, South Dakota area. So like
Okay.
when I stopped caring about like cartoons and wanted to watch football, it was the Vikings were on, and I kind of came into like when Randy Moss was a rookie. So like that was my introduction to the NFL. And I remember watching like back Monday Night Football's top 5 plays, and like every week there was a Randy Moss touchdown.
Yeah.
Um, that what kind of built my love for the Vikings, and I've only suffered ever since then.
So what I think I've asked this maybe to a guest before, but who do the people in Oregon, do they gravitate to the Seahawks or down to the 49ers, or is it split?
I'd say it's split. I mean, a lot of Seahawks get the regional broadcast quite a bit, but same with the Niners. And then we get a lot of Chargers games on too, with like Justin
Okay.
Herbert and the Oregon connection.
Oh, that makes
Um,
sense.
So, but yeah, I'd say it's probably Seahawks, then Niners, and then maybe a little bit of like a few more California Raiders, Chargers teams mixed in there.
There you go. All right, let's get our focus here for this turn. This is the team for the audio listeners. We have H.N. and James Conner at running back, Brian Thomas, and the most unfortunate Rashee Rice selection at pick 36, Chris Olave, the third wide receiver. We did get Kittle. So we got our 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, about to pick here at 84-85. Best available right now: Debo, Pacheco, Shakir, Pollard, Aaron Jones, Mooney, Hawk, Mason. Where do you think we should go here as we're on deck?
Oh, Mahomes just went. I know I'm a little behind because I'm trying to watch the board on the stream.
Yeah, Mahomes went. Pacheco, Shakir, Pollard, Jones.
You know, I haven't taken any Shakir, so let's just take Shakir.
Yes.
Let's just switch it up.
Shakir's a good guy to get us through Rashee Rice and however many games he misses. So we'll add Shakir here. And then wide receiver kind of got wiped a little bit. Running back, Pacheco, Pollard, Jones. You could do your guy Hawk.
Let's do Pacheco.
Okay.
Again, maybe
trying to get a little. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I see the vision for him. If he stays healthy, he could score a lot of touchdowns. I think Hunt is dust, and yeah, there's potential there, and I know we missed out on the stack with Mahomes, but maybe we do capitalize on a Chiefs team that scores a little bit more.
Honestly, pretty brutal luck not getting Mahomes back, in that the guy who took Mahomes took Josh Allen in the 3rd and has no Chiefs. They also have taken 3 tight ends: Brock Bowers, Sam Laporta, and Hawkinson. So this drafter might be autoing. That might be the case, or they are a gritty disciple. It could be any of those. You mentioned you're not on Twitter as much. Like, how plugged into like best ball Twitter, all the latest happenings are you kind of removed from that corner of the best ball universe?
I read it. I read that like stuff. I kind of like, but I don't post a ton. And don't interact a ton. I mean, I did years ago when I cared a little bit more about all that stuff, and but I read it, and I like following what you got going on, and the Badge Bros are great. And I see all the stuff, all the drama, all the hot takes, and just kind of get a little side entertainment from it. But I'm not like in the weeds.
Have you had a moment where you were staring over the edit profile button and thought about putting your salary in the best ball fantasy contest into your Twitter bio? Have you had that moment of weakness?
Well, no, because I got to be like maxing BBM. Like, there's that side contest, right? My salary would probably be like $1,000 because I haven't even put in a BBM yet. So
I
you'd
mean
be
that
really hoping I nail one of like 10 drafts in August if you want to use me for that contest.
I wonder how that contest is going to handle guests coming on stream here. Like, do people get credit? Because I draft with Leone and Karain and all of them. Would they get credit for the win, their fantasy drafters, or because it's on my account, would it have to be me? These are kind of the logistical things. I sense a new controversy already brewing here.
Potentially.
Potentially.
I don't even know. Like, how many of your drafts will be guest drafts in your BBM profile?
Like including Leone and Karain
Sure.
and the Bash, like it's going to have to be over 30% for sure. I'll obviously do solos at the top of Best Ball Breakfast, some on the Deposit Kingdom. It could be close to 40% this year are with a guest. Yeah, my account is like a Vanguard index fund. All right, we're about to be on the clock here in 2 picks. Would you be interested in Purdy with Kittle if he falls?
Yeah, if we can get Purdy, let's take him.
And the other best available, Tracy Harris, Evan Ingram, Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott. We're then into like Rashad Bateman, Luther Burden tier here. Let's see what. Okay, we are going to get Brock, so I'm going to put him in the queue, and then we can talk this other decision out.
Between Harris or Tracy and Harris, because we have how many wide receivers? We have 4 wide receivers, 3 running backs.
Yep.
And a tight end. I think in what we have 3 pretty solid running backs. I feel good about their volume. Let's go with Trey Harris and just stack another wide receiver.
Let's do it. I think that's the smart move there. So we get Brock Purdy stacked up with Kittle. Like you said, Achane, Connor, Pacheco is a good running back room. And then we add our 5th wide receiver here, Brian Thomas, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, Khalil Shakur, and Trey Harris. So, you know what? Like Trey Harris has like been an interesting one to me in that he's like sandwiched between 2 guys I love drafting in Jaden Higgins and Luther Burden. So it feels like I'm either paying up for Higgins, getting a sliding Burden, or not taking Harris enough. So it's probably a blind spot for me.
Yeah, I mean, I like all 3 of those guys. I was drafting a lot of Burden and Trey Harris early, and then listen to somebody's podcast who was like talked Higgins up, and I was like, oh, I gotta grab some more Higgins too. So that I've been hitting Higgins, and I mean with the Chargers, I don't hate QJ later, so I like the idea of maybe I don't remember like if we have a shot to get
we should
Herbert like that's just another stack option.
Yeah, so stack options, obviously Herbert. We mentioned Shuck, Trevor Lawrence. Between Lawrence and Herbert, you would think one of those guys, and then you can always do Tua with Achane. So we're in okay shape. You mentioned a little bit of ball knowing there. What are your studies like to become a ball knower? Are you watching film? How are you becoming a ball knower? I'm asking as someone who is not one and needs to become one quickly.
Well, I maybe use that term very lightly. More just listening to people who know more about this sport than me, and just the various metrics out there, and just kind of getting as much into my brain and seeing what sticks and what floats out. But I think it really digging into understanding like the correlation, and even if you guys have talked about, and this kind of goes with the weekly or the daily games as well, of like finding games that are going to enter a shootout and stacking running backs against opposing wide receivers, and looking at game environment more so than individual, and trying to hit like a 18 leg parlay.
I think that's the way to go. I tried to be a ball knower for about 1 week. I referenced offensive line improvements, and then a guest came on this show and called me an idiot for referencing the Bears' improved offensive line. So that was really like, hey, Pete, don't try to be a ball knower. The second you do it, you get called out by one of your Best Ball Bash streams. So I think I'm going to go back to just outsourcing all of my ball knowing to other people as well.
Yeah, I think at heart, I'm really just a fan, and I got players that I like that are fun, and you just like Achane was awesome. I had him 2 years ago on like my redraft team, And I drafted him a lot last year and didn't quite have the payoff I was hoping for him. He still had a really good year, but I think he's fun, and I think he could have a really good year. So guys like him and Gibbs and these flashy, exciting players that you scream for more touches are guys that I gravitate towards.
I think this drafter in the 9 holes trolling us because you mentioned QJ and he took him
There
at
he
129. We're about to pick on the clock here. We did lose out on Herbert. We should be able to get Lawrence here though, which seems nice with.
Let's take Lawrence.
Yeah. Also, shout out to our guy Dane, who's in the 11 hole. He said he's going to burn the clock for us, so we have a little extra time here. Although he did take Tootin from us, which hurts. What position do you want to look at here after we get Trevor Lawrence?
Let's go Ray Davis.
Sweet. I have not taken him in a hot minute.
I've taken a lot of Ray Davis. Partially because the guy that runs our fantasy league, who I messaged right as I hopped on, so I don't know if he's watching this right now, but his name is Ray. And so in our Discord, every time we talk about Ray Davis, we go Ray Handshake Davis is like that's our joint player. So
I got it.
I like Ray Davis, but I also think I like second year running backs. And what is it? James blanking on the name guy
James
had
Cook.
Cook. He only missed one game last year, and the one game he missed, like Ray Davis went off. So I think there's potential for Davis to see some more run this year. And
we also get the added benefit. We had taken Shakir. I always love these teammate pairings. So we do Rice with Pacheco. We do Shakir with Ray Davis. We get the Lawrence stack with Brian Thomas. We got the Purdy stack with Kittle. So we're in good shape there. And yes, as Ben said, QJ did go to the Mahomes drafter. So I'm starting to think that we might have a true sniper in our midst, trying to get equity here. It's a musky chops. Reveal yourself. I just want to know with what kind of terrorist we're dealing with in this draft room right now. But I think we're in good shape. How do you like this team so far? 2, 4, 5, 1.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Like if that guy wants to burn $25, go for it. I'm not burning $25. So this is all positive EV for me, even if we had Rashee Rice.
I know. So what I actually don't even think we fleshed it out. What was going to be that turn had I not auto timed? It was going to be Kittle and who else?
Can you scroll back up? I like Jaden. I like Daniels, and I've done this a couple times, but I don't know if this is frowned upon in the community. But going 1-1-1 through your first 4 picks, but that's just like that would have been fun. I'm sure we probably could have taken Hampton, wouldn't have been bad. Or I like Jameson Williams too. I mean, that may have been just a little bit of a reach, but
I like how you said would this start be frowned upon in the community? If I've learned anything over the past couple of months, Matt, it's that people will find a way to frown at literally anything. So there will be a subset who would frown upon that. And what I've learned is we just need to free ourselves of caring about what is frowned upon and just be ourselves, man?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do. And this will probably be my 15 minutes of fame, and nobody's going to be frowning upon anything I do after this. So
I just hope I either need this team to be so incredible or so bad that no one remembers my horrible Rashee Rice misclick. Because if that ends up being, I don't know if you're familiar with ship chasing lore, but one year we had a big decision between Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods the year Cooper Kupp broke out, and Crack Rock made us take Robert Woods, and we all wanted to take Cooper Kupp. And the team was really, really good too. And I think we would have made some noise. And so I just want to avoid a scenario like this where people are referencing this Rashee Rice story. Let's get our bearings here. We miss out on Tua, so we can maybe think about a third quarterback later. Likely Leggett, Blue, Eckler, Pitts, Palmer. Brenton Strange would be the stack with.
I was gonna say, how much of a reach is Strange? I feel like if much. That's what let's do Strange to get the stack.
Yep.
And then
you could pull up Tank if you want to go like all in on Jags, or you could entertain like a Roschon as a bring back to the San Francisco stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do Roschon. I haven't grabbed very much of him, but if you're vouching for that one,
I would say Tank or Roshan look interesting, or you could do another Bills wide receiver like Palmer. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, let's do Tank. Let's do Tank. That way, if Roshan goes off, it's not like killing my personal love of the Vikings, and he's not scoring 3 touchdowns against me.
Or well, the Roshan plays the Niners in week 17.
That's true, but he also got to play the Vikings twice, man. And it's
your divisional.
it's again the thoughts that go through my head when I draft these teams are not probably what the sharps are thinking of.
I was thinking about the Vikings last night because I mentioned this on the Swolecast, but my wife and I have been watching Quarterback on Netflix. And so they had the Kirk Cousins is one of the main characters along with Goff and Joe Burrow this season. And we're at the episode where he went home to Minnesota and he was kind of talking about how emotional it was. And it's like kids grew up there and how that was such like a jarring transition for them. And I didn't realize quite how much of his identity was based in Minnesota because like I normally think of like the polls where it's like everyone remembers him on the Commanders, doing the "you like that," and then there's the most recent stuff of like melting down and getting benched for Penix. And I had like kind of memory wiped how long and how important he was for Minnesota there for a while.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Minnesota wanted him, and that's why they went and signed him. And I felt like his entire time at the Commanders, like they didn't want him. They drafted him, second behind was the 4th round, but they already had RG3, and then he started and he was good, but they kept the whole tagging thing, and it just I don't think he ever felt wanted there. So he was a great fit in Minnesota, and the people up in Minnesota, they call it like the Minnesota nice. Like he just fit in that. That culture up there, and so it was a bummer to see him not return. I mean, I understand why he didn't. Still think the best thing for his career would have been to be on the Vikings last year, but he made the choice that he did, and it is what it is.
Let's think here a little bit about this next turn. We got a 2-5-5-2, doing good at quarterback, running back, and tight end. I definitely think wide receiver it should be the focus of our attention. We have Thomas, Rashee Rice, Olave, Shakir, and Trey Harris. So with Rashee Rice, with Harris, maybe only Thomas, Olave, Shakir that we can bank on for early production this season. Right now, best available on the board. Palmer just went. You're looking at like Pat Bryant, Jalen McMillan, Wan'Dale Robinson, Alec Pierce, Michael Wilson, Jalen Knoll, De'Ami Brown. That's kind of a best available there. And
let's go. Yeah, let's get De'Ami Brown in the queue because I for sure want to try to take him unless our burner. No, he took Shipley. Or no, who's the guy that's been trolling us?
Muskie Chops. This is actually the best test. This is the test to tell for sure if he's trolling us because De'Ami Brown is way down in the queue. This is the moment of truth. How committed to the bit is this troll here? Okay, he went Dante Thornton. He's throwing us off the scent.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get De'Ami. We get the stack. I've been taking a lot of him. Just listening to a lot of stuff like he's going to start in a lot of 2 wide receiver sets, and he finished strong for the Commanders last year. So I just like that place. I've also been taking a lot of Michael Wilson, especially on my teams, or on my Kyler teams. But let's see if we can.
The other guy I would just mention is Pat Bryant has a ton of correlations because he's Chiefs week 17 and then Jags week 16, which is let's
do Pat. I have a lot of Pat Bryant too, and I like that with the 2 Chiefs. Let's do Pat Bryant and De'Ami.
Yeah, okay. So that I think is a very good plan. So basically we get a ton of correlation and some rookie upside with Pat Bryant, and then we just make this massive bet on the Jags. So it'll be Lawrence, Tank Bigsby, Brian Thomas, De'Ami Brown, and Brenton Strange. And I mean, you came on here at the top of the show, said this is one of your favorite stacks. So other than the Rashee Rice disaster, it seems like you're building a team that you like here.
Yeah. And I find myself last year, I did a lot of 2 QB, and you can tell me if this is wrong. It just makes it like, if you're going to make a bet on quarterback and you're going to get 2 middle like just make the bet. And if one goes down, like your team's burned anyways. Yeah. So I like running with 2 quarterbacks. I've been trying to mix in a little bit more 3 tight end. I don't know if we'll do that with Strange and Kittle. And maybe we just do a classic 2-6-8-2 build here.
Yeah, I think we're pretty flexible here with these last picks. Like at a 2-5-7-2 now, I think these last two can basically be whatever positions we want. I think you could justify third quarterback, sixth running back, eighth wide receiver, third tight end. I mean, I will say, like on the Olave thing and with Purdy, Lawrence, I do think Shuck is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate like a Shuck Jawan finish, and just let's follow through on that bet that Shuck isn't terrible and they can distribute the ball.
Yeah. Let's look at our wide receivers and think if this is strong enough for a 7 wide receiver build. So Thomas, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, Khalil Shakir, Trey Harris, Pat Bryant, De'Ami Brown. So with Bryant, Harris, and Rashee, we have early season concerns. Thomas, Olave, Shakir, De'Ami, we should probably feel pretty decent about them being out on the field. I think it's close as far as like, I like the third quarterback. I think it's close between third tight end or eighth wide receiver.
Okay. Yeah, you make some good points about grabbing an eighth wide receiver.
The problem is, are there any, that we like? That's the other issue here. How have you been thinking about Keenan? He was just in the news today saying he's kind of waiting for the camp dust to settle, kind of pick his spot. He strikes me as someone
I've been grabbing a fair amount of Keenan. I didn't grab a ton of the like Chubb and JK, and then when they got signed, obviously they shot up. So I've been trying to grab a fair amount of Keenan, hoping he gets signed. And if he whatever is a 0 this year, at least it's in the 18th round and isn't going to kill me.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I mean, any of these guys, we've got a few picks to go, but I like Slayton, Austin Keenan, all those guys. You scroll a little bit further down.
We just got sniped on Johnson, so that double tap there could have been fun, but we lose out on that.
Okay, that's okay. I think
should
we look
lock
at that.
In Chuck?
Yeah, let's lock in Chuck.
So I'll let that go, and then we can scroll down here. Yeah, anything else you want to look at here? Tight end got kind of wiped.
If we have early season concerns, I don't hate Slayton as a guy who I mean, if there's one thing Russ does good, it's chuck the ball deep. And if there's one thing Slayton does good, it's go deep. Like I don't hate that of maybe catching, a couple long touchdowns and balancing out our wide receivers a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
make the final call, Slayton, Keenan.
Let's go Slayton, just in case something happens with Keenan. We don't want to be stuck again, going back to the Rashee Rice incident.
Never forget the great Rashee Rice incident. It's like I was avoiding this guy like the plague when he was in the second round, and then I auto draft one of them. You know who I blame? Can I start pointing fingers? I blame people like me who auto draft Rashee Rice, keeping his ADP from dropping as quickly as it should. Like, why can't we all just snap our finger and have him have a 5th round price tag so I'm not at risk of timing out on the landmine? That's who I blame.
That's okay. I won't forget it, but I'll forgive you.
Trust me, the chat, they're not going to forget either. These guys all have, memories like a steel trap. Okay, I'm going to recap this team. Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, Tyler Shuck, Devon Achane, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, Ray Davis, Tank Bigsby, Brian Thomas, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, Khalil Shakir, Trey Harris, Pat Bryant, De'Ami Brown, and Darius Slayton. And then our 2 tight ends, George Kittle and Brenton Strange. How do you think we did here?
I think we did all right. Like, this kind of looks like a team I would normally draft with 1 or 2, like a Shakir, which I haven't been clicking a ton. But like we said, a lot of Jaguars. I like the 49ers. We didn't have any Vikings, but that's okay. We'll keep my passion for them out of my business, which is good. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, just fun to be able to come and draft a team. I don't know. We could draft for the worst best ball team ever, and I would have still had a blast doing this with you.
No, I appreciate it. It was great having you on here. And I'll say the chat is giving you nice reviews. I think it's a good team. Ben is always a little bit of a tough grader. He's going to give it a B-, but I think if the B- is mostly because of my Rashee Rice misclick, then essentially I'm getting the B- and you're getting like an A- would be my guess. So I think you did well here.
Well, we'll take that. Yeah, no, it was quiet. Can I just give one quick shout out? Guys in the Slack 2.0 Discord, our group chat. I think they got tuned in once I spread the word out that I was watching. So shout out to
Wait,
them. And
is this your like a Discord that you created with just your buddies?
this, yeah. So we were on. Yeah, this is our like group chat. It started with back in the pandemic. Our buddy created it specifically so we could watch the Jordan doc and talk about it.
Yeah.
And then it just evolved into like our sports, went from like an iPhone group chat to a Slack. So we got all our various topics or whatnot. But yeah, we made the transition from Slack to Discord in December, and that came with a lot of controversy. But Discord has done us well.
Well, it's funny you say that because I don't know if you watched the Swolecast, but a few weeks ago we had the roundtable topic about what is the best app or whatever to hold a group chat, because we always reference Kitchen's group chat. And I lobbied for Discord because that's where my friends and I moved our college friends over to a Discord chat as well. And I was getting roasted for it. And I think it's the most logical thing. And they were making me seem to be weirdos for it. And now to hear that you also brought your friend chat to Discord makes me feel more validated.
Yeah, well, it wasn't me. I was all for staying in Slack because I hate change and I didn't want to do it. And so I put up the fight, but in the long run, it's been worth it. So that'll give validation to a couple guys in there that I know they've been looking for.
Here I have another question though, because my group chat with my college buddies is a Discord DM. But did you guys create your own server?
Yeah, I think we have our own server. So it's like then we have all our different topics. So we got sports, we got general, we got movies and TVs. And within the movies and TVs, we have like different spoiler threads for the different shows people are watching. Yeah, we got Survivor. We've got Severance.
How many people are in this?
Oh man, there's at least 8 to 10. And then like a couple people who like pop in once every couple months.
I guess I'm fascinated because it seems like to me, you like need the momentum. If you only have eight or so people, like you just need the main thread to keep the conversation going. I'd be worried about getting so splintered and watered down. Do you just have some power posters in there, just carrying some of these chats on their back?
Yeah, the power poster is Ray, as of Ray Handshake Davis. And when he goes on vacation, it's kind of things die down in the Slack a little bit. But he's a power poster. He's in marketing, so he's got time on his hands.
Yeah, that's kind of like in the Deposit Kingdom Discord. If Crutches and Easy ever went on vacation at the same time, I think all posting would cease to happen in the Deposit Kingdom Discord. Are you in the Deposit Kingdom?
I was at one point, and then I was out of it. I've been trying to figure out how to get back into it again. I'm not like the Discord thing is still new to me, so I'm trying, Pete. But again, with the kids, I only have so much time to click all the different buttons and read everything.
Here's the thing. I almost want to buy it, but it's hard for you to look me in the eye and say, I'm over in this other very convoluted Discord with a million different channels and threads, but I don't know how to get in the Deposit Kingdom. I'm calling bullshit, man.
You can call it what you want, but it's true. And here's the thing. I feel like the Deposit Kingdom one is just going to help me lose more money. So,
I mean, the name would suggest that. So I guess that is fair.
Yeah, I'll figure out. I'll figure out how to. I'll make that as my promise to you. I'll get back in there, and I'll try to post a little bit.
Okay. All right. Yes, we would love to see you in there. And it was great drafting with you. Let the people know again if they want to purchase some knee injections from you. What's the best way they can do that?
Well, you got to go see an orthopedic for your knee, because it'll all be handled through insurance and whatnot. No one's texting me saying, Matt, I need some knee injections. How much are they? You got to go through your doc and whatnot. But yeah, check it. Search Orthovisc or Monovisc on Google if your knees are hurting, and use our physician locator to find a provider that offers it in your area. Beautiful.
Yes, and shout out to the Slack 2.0 Discord, the Ray Davis homies, etc. Excited to see you pop up in the Deposit Kingdom one of these days. But otherwise, Matt, it was great getting to know you. If you guys want to hop on stream like Matt did, we'll be back next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern for another edition of the Bash. But up next, it's time for us to make that transition to the randomizer. It's time to welcome PPRTyler onto the stream. Let's get ready to do it.
Randomize! Ladies and gentlemen, It's the randomizer.
19, 20, show off. 21, 22.
With Ralph Swat-Hoo-Pong.
That from Bleak Cross.
I've also never heard a chard in my life.
This team might be the best in randomizer history.
Welcome to the randomizer. Pete, take it away.
All right, there he is, PPRTyler. Everyone look at him right now. He's just all smiles, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Let's see how he's doing in about 45 to 50 minutes. How are we doing, Tyler?
I'm great. Great. Had a practice this morning. I coach football, for those of you who don't know, and it was hot out there today, man. So came home, took a shower, and here I am.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, here's what we're going to do. Everybody knows the drill with the randomizer. We're going to be hopping in a draft, and I did just hop in a private 12-person $3 draft. Last week, I accidentally hopped in a slow draft. I made sure to get a fast draft. This time, I'm not rugging you. 11 spots, which means it should be all friends and family. No randos found their way into this. I'll drop the link in the chat. I don't know if that actually works or not. Otherwise, just go to the lobby, $3 private draft, 12-person fast draft, and then you can draft in this with us. You mentioned coaching football, it being hot. Remind me again where you're located.
Minnesota, just outside the city, like Twin Cities.
Okay, so now we have back-to-back. We just had a guest on who was a big Vikings fan.
Yep.
Now we have you on. I can't even remember. Do you have traditional fandom allegiances to the Vikings, or are you a transplant?
No, I'm a transplant. I'm a huge Falcons fan. Huge. Couldn't be more of a bigger Falcons fan.
Well, then this ties into, and people I just keep finding ways to talk about Netflix's hit show Quarterback, but Kirk Cousins, that's the connective through line from Minnesota to Atlanta. Do you have a complicated relationship with Mr. Kirk Cousins?
Dude, Kirk, he quit on us at the end of the last season, man. He's like, I'm fine, like arms fine, shoulders fine. We're in the middle of the playoff hunt, and he's out there getting freaking mollywopped by freaking Denver and all these other teams that just blew him out. So I'm kind of, but at the end of the day, I still like Kirk. He seems like a good guy, but it's the Penix show. It's the Penix show now, so that's all I care about.
I do have to start disclosing #Netflix partner. Sign up with promo code Pete, and you can get 20% off your monthly subscription. We need 7 more people for this draft. Tyler, I got to learn a lot about you through the prompt soliciting process. I did learn that you are an eligible bachelor who might be out on the dating scene. I just want to say your backdrop has the most bachelor energy I've ever seen, which is I have a framed poster of a jersey there behind you, but I also have a succulent in a lamp to let the ladies know I'm not a complete man child. What's going on with this background?
Yeah, jersey was definitely me. When I originally, so it's a studio apartment. When I originally outfitted this thing like 3-4 months ago, I was starting from scratch. I had nothing. I had to buy a new bed, the entire kitchen, table, entertainment stand, TV, literally everything, starting from scratch. So one of my friends who has a feminine touch, who's a girl, she came in here, kind of helped me. It's like, we went to like Home Goods. Here's the vision for this. Here's the vision for that. So she picked out this lamp from Target. She's like, you need a plant. I was like, I don't want a plant. That's stupid. As like, I'm for sure any other bachelor guy, single guy would say. I'm like, I don't want a plant. I got some sick jerseys though. I definitely need to hang this Tyus Jones jersey. So yeah. So it looks good. The rest of the apartment actually looks pretty good. Dark features, dark hardwood floors, a lot of, gray. It's a pretty good looking apartment there. But you see my bed in the background too.
What it is, it's like a Rorschach test. It's like if you hold up your screen here and you cover up the jersey, you're like, oh man, this guy looks like he's in an IKEA catalog. What a eligible bachelor. And then if you hover your hand over that and he just has a jersey over, you're like, oh man, this fucking kid's still living his college days.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's weird when, if I'm ever, I have been lucky enough to, bring a girl to the apartment, maybe like a drink on this nice balcony I got right here. And then it's like I'm not even worried about the jersey so much. It's the mic arm that hangs right here with the ring light that's right there that could throw someone for a loop more than anything, I think.
Am I remembering a post that you had on your Twitter where it was like a dating profile thing and she looked you up and saw you were a best ball streamer and then immediately was like, I'm done with this dude?
No, I think what you were talking about was I respond. I texted her like in the morning. What did I say? I think I said yo, which I've never said in my life, but for some reason I said yo. I was like, good morning, or maybe, and then she was like, yo, what's up? It's PPRTyler. Ring that bell. She said, blow the whistle, tap that bell, or something like that. It was a meme in the chat for a while because now everybody says blow the whistle in my in my chat because that's what she said. That was funny.
Yeah. In the morning there. Yeah. I mean, this guy, look at that. I mean, it sounds like you're doing good. You got friends that are girls who are helping you decorate your apartment. You're dropping yo-yos the morning after. Here's the deal. This draft is off to the races. We got friends, we got family, and everybody in between. We have the 110, which isn't as bad as the 112. But before I spin the wheel here, are you prepared for what's about to
I'm good. Let's get after it, man. I'm excited.
Sometimes I do make assumptions that everyone knows what's going on with the randomizer. Let me remind you, we are going to spin a wheel before every pick. And to make the selection that Tyler wants to make, he's going to have to complete the challenge that is in the prompt. If he fails, there's generally a punishment player who has to be selected. Some people just walk through this, just waltz through, build really good teams. Other drafters, sometimes take this and hill in the second round. I also have a very funny story about what some of these randomizer picks have done to my overall portfolio that I will share in a second. First off here, celebrity endorsement. I'm going to cue an Eli Apple. Tyler must do a commercial hit for his favorite adult beverage, including a demonstration of alternate uses for the product to take who he wants. So what is your favorite adult beverage, Tyler?
I know this is going. All right, guys, when it's summertime, man, you're out there, you're out on your balcony. This drink, it's multifaceted. It's good with friends. It's good in a bar. It's good on a balcony. And tell you what, it's just good to have when you're alone drafting best ball teams. That drink is none other than Busch Apple. Busch Apple is gonna change your life. It's limited. You have to fight somebody in the parking lot. You see someone walking out with the last case because guess what? They're not restocking that thing for another 3 months. So you got to buy them. And you got to buy them in bulk. I saw this post yesterday. Some guy bought 400 cases, and now he's the only one who's selling Busch Apple because they're all gone. So he's raising the prices on those. And tell you what, Busch Apple. Another way, other than just drinking it, man. Other than just drinking it, it's great for. It's great to have, you know what? If you're in college, it's great to have in the background of your, just up on, stacking those things. Let all the girls know at your college frat house that you're drinking Busch Lights. You stack them on, use them as decor. You make some Busch Light Eiffel Towers, some may say, some Busch Light, some bridges out of the Busch Light. You can use these things as building blocks. So Busch Apple, way to go. Yeah.
All right. I think you successfully sold me here. Does it taste like more like a light beer or like a flavored seltzer?
It tastes like apple juice. I swear to God, it tastes like apple juice. That's what it tastes
like. And is this a bit like, how did you stumble upon this being your drink?
A couple of buddies, a couple of years ago, they're like, hey, this Busch Apple thing is out. Let's try it. We tried it. I was in college. And it was just so good. It's just like a nice change of pace from your regular light beer. Let's go drink London here. Let's still get the Falcons theme. Drink London.
All right. Pick. We'll keep the dirty birds going. All right. Let's spin again so we can make sure we can get in both of these prompts. And then I may or may not have more questions about Busch Apple, a drink I will never try in my life unless someone hosts me on a randomizer stream and forces me to do it. Live stream. Okay. All right. Love song. We're going to cue Deebo Samuel to take whoever you want. You must dedicate and sing a verse of the love song of his choice to Deebo. First of all, do you have strong player takes about Deebo? I'm not sure the origin of this prompt.
Yeah, it was more pre-draft. I had 0. He's my longest 0 that I had forever. I still think these things. I've lightened up a little bit now because his price has dropped since people call him fat and slow, which is 2 of the things that I were also calling him. He is fat and slow. The offense is worse. You breathe on this guy, he's gonna be out for 4 games. So I've historically been out on Deebo. I've been clicking him a little bit more recently though. But Deebo, here we go.
All right, sing it. A little love song to one Mr. Deebo Samuel.
All right. Walking through the front door, seeing your black dress hit the floor. Oh, honey, there sure ain't nothing like you loving me all night long. But all I can think about is getting you home.
Wow. Beautiful. Like I'm touched. I almost want to take Deebo Samuel here at pick 15. Let's see. I am going to let you pick whoever you want. Who would you like to select after that beautiful song?
Let's roll with who's there? Who do we got? Let's go. Yeah, let's go H-An, man. I like H-An just as much as that's the funny. Dad made this. Funny. Yeah. I lived my one of my best friends growing up, his name was Nick Davis, and his dad's name was Matt Davis. So I was like, oh my God, is this my friend's dad? But it was not. So
wow, the connections between the randomizer and the bash continue to deepen. Okay, 2 follow-up things before that round of prompts. One, I was mentioning, so, you know, on the randomizer, I've had some insane picks like Taysom Hill, I think in the second round. Fantasy Life just released our new look Best Ball Hub. And one of the features in there is it shows you your top CLV and your worst CLV. And I went in and it was like Taysom Hill, Kenny Gainwell. And I was like, why do I have these as my worst CLV? And I was like, oh, fuck, it's the randomizer. And so I messaged Elliot over at Fantasy Life in the team. And I was like, you guys have to set a min 5% exposure threshold, because otherwise it's going to be just all my randomizer picks showing up as my data. So it has been changed to min 5%, which I would like to think is the first ever QA bug that has been filed because of randomizer drafts. So
there you go.
I just want the people to know I'm not out here drafting Taysom Hill on my own accord.
Yeah. Any Taysom Hill in the actual exposure? Any?
No. Have you?
None. No. Maybe like in the big board or something. I think we might have clicked him once or twice.
Okay. Yeah. You know, it's kind of a bummer. Like Taysom Hill was such a polarizing topic in best ball, you know, 2 summers ago. And I kind of miss it because he was so fun to discuss. And there were people who were like, it's the best, you know, upside, you know, asymmetric bet you can make at the end. And there's some people being like, he was a 0. And now that's taken from us, Tyler. And that makes me sad.
Yeah. Also too, you know, what eligibility does it get on certain platforms? That was a fun one too. I remember when that happened. That was great.
So how many, let the people know who aren't familiar, how many days in a row have you streamed a best ball draft?
Today will be day 181.
181. But you've been streaming for longer than a year, but this is your consecutive streak that you started?
Yeah. So we got up to, I started streaming last February, I believe. It was last February. And we got up to like 80 or something last year. But then this year, every day since the big board, we've streamed. It's kind of been the goal. So living alone makes that a lot easier. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. Next prompt here for the third round. A certain shade of green. I'm going to cue Mike Williams. Tyler must prove there is a vegetable in his fridge to take who he wants. This is from FFB Garage. Are you a known vegetable hater?
It's not that I hate vegetables. I just don't keep that stuff in the apartment. I would say if you want, I can give you
Wait.
Do you want to see my fridge?
I don't keep vegetables in in what context are you then enjoying vegetables if it's not in your kitchen? I eat the same thing every day. I posted a picture. It's ground beef and rice every single day. It's the only thing I eat. I have some snacks. I have some drinks here. Let's do this real quick. Do you want I don't know if you can pull up a third camera. I can take my phone and show you my fridge right now if you want. How far? No, go run to your fridge. Come on, Tyler. Go bring.
I don't have anything in there. There's no vegetables in there, Pete. There's no vegetables in there. I'll tell you what I have right now. I know what's in there. I have cheese. I have ground beef and rice. I have a case of...
Okay, actually pop onto this stream via your phone.
I have it right now. I have it up here.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it here. Let me get you have to see what's in the fridge. You're not going to...
Purple Yosh says, dude talks about vegetables like it's cocaine. I don't keep that in the apartment.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm in. Here we go. Wait, I have to do... So we'll just do that. There we go. I'm in. All right.
Okay, here he comes. Let me get this on screen here. I'm going to drop this banner here. So we have him going remote. Hang on. Let me okay. All right, let's see here. This is the most bachelor ass fridge. Let me see the drinks. What do we got in there? Coors Light, Busch Light. What are seltzers? La Croix.
Those are Golden Lights. Golden Lights.
Goodness. Okay, get back to your desk. Jesus. Man. Unbelievable. No wonder you have to say things like yo in the morning. They've been so repelled by looking in your fridge. You need to have that woman come over and show you how to grocery shop as well, Tyler.
Yeah, we'll see. She's not in the picture anymore.
So you got Mike Williams because you did not have any in your fridge.
No vegetables.
That was like, remember, there was some of these old videos. I think it was like MTV Cribs, right? And they'd always go to the wrapper and they show off their fridge, and it would literally just be like 19 different kinds of like Snapples and Gatorades and stuff. That's kind of the vibe that your kitchen had there.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the next prompt. TikTok star. We're going to cue Andre Yosivas, and to take whoever you want, you must show the chat your best TikTok dance. This one comes from Bindles.
I'll do the dance that I do at weddings. Is that okay? That plays.
Is this would it be seen on TikTok? Yeah, let's see it.
I think so. Here, we'll zoom out so you can see me here. Here we go. Let's get a better view of the apartment too.
Yeah, no, I'd love that.
That's what I do at weddings. I ripped my pants at a wedding doing this one time. It was bad. Second song in. There we go.
I don't even know.
That's it. You just do it to the beat. You do it.
What is that called? What is that dance called?
For TikTok, but I'm pretty freaking good at it.
You know what? I'm gonna allow it. I think that passed the sniff test for me. Who do you want here? Don't say Rashi Rice. Mike Evie.
We need some QB points. Let's go Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. All right. I don't know if you caught the randomizer, but I timed out on Rashi Rice, and
I caught that.
I still haven't gotten over it. I think I asked you this when I did your stream, but what do your football players think of you? Do they know about your best ball streaming career?
They do. Some of them will hop in the chat. None of them chat on YouTube. Not a single one of them. The only way they'll see it is because like my Twitter's, it's like 80% fantasy football, like 10% my high school team that I coach, and then like 10% Minnesota Town baseball. Like that's kind of the breakdown of like who follows me on Twitter. But so all the players, they just like see me live on Twitter because I stream there as well. So they'll chat on Twitter and be like, "Yo, what's going on?" It's actually pretty low key, which is like they're not going in there doing anything crazy, which is nice. So, but yeah, at practice during the season, it's everyone, they all call me TK. It's TK. Who are we? I got these two guys. Who am I starting? And it's like warm up lines. I'm walking up and down, answering start-sit questions in real time to high school.
Are you ever worried about them like blowing up your spot to the head coach or any of your bosses at the school, and then them kind of looking into how you spend your free time publicly on the internet, or is that not a concern for you?
The whole coaching staff knows I do this. I don't know. And the head coach knows that I'm like in this space. I don't think he quite understands what I do, but his son chats in my thing sometimes, so maybe he's seen it. Maybe his son's been like, showed him. It's our head coach's birthday today too, so happy birthday. But yeah,
happy birthday for watching.
Yeah, he's definitely.
There you go. And what you mentioned, town baseball. Are you're a baseball guy too? What's your?
I don't play baseball. All my college friends, all my buddies play on this town baseball team, the Loretto Larks. I actually just won. So the league they play in is the North Star League. I just won North Star League Fan of the Year, and I got to go on the field and give a speech and accept this award. I got a free T-shirt and a nice crew neck.
How? I have a question after we do this prompt here. For some reason, I didn't show up as I clicked it. So let me go here. It was the Chef Tyler prompt. Let me make sure I find it. Okay, so it's not going to pull up fully on screen here, but we're going to cue the next beefy running back. Tyler must retrieve a prepped meal and talk through what's in it, its preparation, and its macros to take who he wants. If he has no prep meals ready, he must take a shot of protein powder. I'm pretty sure I saw
we're good.
it. Don't bring it back.
We're good, dude.
Bring it back. Okay. All right, let me help the chat. Help me out with a beefy running back. Who's the beefiest of these? Ken Walker, Chuba, Kamara, Mixon, Connor, Harvey, Hendo, Swift, Montgomery. What we're like Walker's beefy, Mixon's beefy.
Okay, we'll do this. Let me take off the top. Here we go. Just some basic ground beef and rice in here. So meal prep wise, make 5 of these things at a time. It is 3 cups. 3.5 cups rice, 6 cups water. Just put in the rice cooker, let that thing sit. As soon as the 10-minute clock hits on the rice cooker, we start the ground beef. I usually get I think it's a 3-pound. It's whatever one is $20 at Target. 3-pound ground beef. Just literally put it on a pan. Put some crushed red pepper in it. That's it. Crushed red pepper. We'll put some Italian seasoning in there if I have it handy. But Italian seasoning, crushed red pepper, and then just make 5 meals. Put them in the fridge, ready to go. I probably make these things like 3 times a week, it feels like, because it's all I eat. It's the only meals that I have.
So I have a couple thoughts. First of all, if I was a bachelor and if I was single, I would do the same thing you do. I would meal prep. I would batch it, because the best thing is not having to think about food, having it completely planned out ahead of time. you're still losing me on the not including vegetables. Why can't you meal prep, grill up some asparagus, and sprinkle in a few skewers into your meals for the week? Why can't we add some vegetables to this diet? We're losing out on macros, Tyler.
Yeah, I know. I should. You're right. I 100% should. It's something that I need to take accountability for. I don't know, man. It's just it's already enough. If it makes you feel any better, it's not going to make you feel any better. To switch it up so I don't get sick of the same stuff all the time. Sometimes I'll put in a tortilla, make it like a burrito type of deal. So that's about it. That's as creative as we get, though.
All right. Well, I did queue up a very beefy Kenneth Walker who falls here, but you're allowed to take whoever you want because you passed the prompt. Who would you like?
Let's go Kenneth Walker. He stole my bit. It's not my bit, but he said in parentheses, I almost quit football, which is like, so I'm on the end of my videos the past like month. I just put something in parentheses that's like the most clickbait shit ever that has nothing to do with what I'm doing on stream. So it'll be like, you'll never believe what happened or something, like just for no reason.
Shout out to Kenneth Walker. He's better at football than all of us and apparently better at YouTube because he got everyone in the world to click that YouTube video. So yes, we all need to be better. All right, let's spin the wheel here as we head around the turn into the 6th round. The team so far, Jaden Daniels, H.N., Kenneth Walker, Drake London, and Mike Williams. Only one landmine there for not having any vegetables. 6-7. I learned the reference to this earlier. Q Quentin Johnston. Until the next pick, Tyler and Pete must do the 6-7 motion while naming receivers likely to be seen performing the move while catching balls to take who they want. For the people who aren't criminally online and or young, tell people what the 6-7 motion is before we do this.
So it's just like this. It's a viral TikTok that went viral. It's like this. It's like 6-7, like you're kind of weighing each option. That's kind of what it is. I only learned about it from the kids. So but you got to go 6-7. You got to say it like that.
6-7. Travis Hunter, DB or wide receiver. Roma Dunze, gonna crash out or be a second-year breakout. What wide receiver are you interested in here, Tyler?
This year I'm looking at Deebo Samuel. Is he fat and slow, or did he just have pneumonia last year?
Chris Olave, concussion or no concussion? Jawan Jennings, does he want to be traded or does he want to stay?
Tyreek Hill, does Tua like him because he was talking shit about him today, or is everything good?
Jordan Addison, 3-game suspension or 2-game suspension? All right, you're on the clock. Who do you want here?
Let's go Travis Hunter, man. Let's go Travis Hunter.
Dude, I love this. We've got back-to-back prompts where Kenneth Walker was the beefy guy, Travis Hunter was the first 6 or 7, and we added to the squad here.
There we go. This is going perfect.
I think we're ready for TikTok. We're ready. Do you actually post on TikTok?
I did a little bit last year, just trying to get to the name out there a little bit. I haven't posted on there in like probably a year. I just refuse. So like I have a thing that I talk about in my stream where it's like the TikTok voice, like you have to do the voice if you're going to do TikTok, where it's like, you do like the whole, here's the receiver that you need to be drafting in your drafts for 2025. Like something like that. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. So I'm not on TikTok as much.
All right, let's, I got to give a couple shout outs in the chat here. We had Zen Q7 gifting a membership, and it looks like DJ Quill was the recipient there. So thank you, sir. We had Overcat Fantasy becoming a YouTube member. And this is so you would tell you're a teacher by trade, right? Along with a football coach.
Yeah, substitute teacher, in-building substitute teacher, football coach, and I work at GNC a little part-time.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, clearly. Is that just to get the discount on the supplements?
A little bit. I've only bought like one thing from there so far, but it's mostly just like because I worked at a different nutrition store for like 2.5 years, and then I need some during this summer. So I was like, I'll just apply to GNC because they're the one closed. So it's like I already know what to do. I already know all about all this stuff, protein and all that. So.
It's like there were like girls in high school who would work at Anthropology just exclusively to get the discount. So you working there, what I'm trying to think, what would actually be best for you? Like just some like butcher shop so you can just get the ground beef for your meal prep. You want to get a part-time job there? Yeah,
well, I'll be really vulnerable with you, Pete. I've been having the chat help me kind of with some adulting things. I'm living alone, trying to find my way in the world. I had to ask the chat some help on I know I understand how to cook a steak, but I need some some more experience from some older guys and girls. how do I do this efficiently? How do I do this so it's good? Because I've just been buying like the chuck steaks from Target, just throw them on a pan, and fucking just season them a little bit, and then we're good to go.
Incredible. Nick, a fellow teacher here, also producer on the channel, wants to know, what is your favorite subject to sub for, and why is it physical education?
I wouldn't even say it's PE. A lot of like, especially if you're like outside, you're kind of just accountable for like all the kids running around doing whatever. Like I'd rather just keep them in the classroom. That way I'm not as responsible for them.
You strike me as a big, let's put on a movie kind of stuff.
I just do what the teachers tell me to do. I like history. I'm a huge history nerd. Like, I like that stuff. So I would say history.
Okay. All right. Man, you're down bad when the recent Best Ball Bash guest is already feeling emboldened to dunk on you. He wants you to learn how to use a cast iron. Trying to figure out how to clean a cast iron would be hilarious. I would watch that video because there's no way you're getting through those steps. This guy wasn't even in your Deposit Kingdom Discord. He's already talking shit. I don't believe I ever seen you in there either, buddy. So I'm not on Discord. So I have I'm in no one's Discord. So wow. I mean that's a badge of pride to wear there. All right, let's spin the wheel. Swipe right. Cue Darnell Mooney. Tyler must share a true and outrageous story about his Tinder/dating escapades to take who he wants. This comes via Sports Viz BJ. Right. You got a story for us? I'll give you two quick ones. First one, I actually sent this in our Typeful Tower group chat last night because I thought it was hilarious. I was just on Hinge, just like swiping away. What else would a single guy do? And this girl, I'll show you the picture. I won't dox the name. I'll show you the picture. You can't see anything. It's just this picture. So she's wearing like a football helmet and a 3-point stance in the picture. And my message was that you send a like, and you can also send a message with it too. My message was, let's get a little more weight on that down hand, stagger your stance a little bit, and I don't know why you are smiling. Explode off the line and show them how to play 4 quarters of fuck you football. So that was fun. So I sent that. I'm still waiting for a match. We'll see if we get it. Not holding my breath. But what is the longest you've dated someone that you met on a dating profile? My ex-girlfriend, it was like we were together 2.5 years, and we met on Hinge. Okay. Yeah. All right. Also, people, Emo Cowboy says you're in the Dog Pound Discord. Are you a liar or did you forget? No, I'm technically in there. When Willie Knows Ball came on the scene, he was dropping all his Discord, I call them the Discord files because it felt like they're the Epstein files. When the Discord files got leaked, I took a chance. I was like, I'll just do some lighthearted joke. I posted a screenshot of because Fantasy Dog Pound made me a channel in there. I've never used it. The last thing in there was like from May. I said, hey, how's everyone doing on this fine Sunday? And just some guy replies, good, just broke out of jail. That was the last message in my Discord. So I'm not on Discord. I thought what you were going to say is when Discord Gate broke that you were going to go into all the Best Ball Discords and search your name. And you're like, actually, what are these guys saying about me in there? Yeah. Oh, I love for someone to come talk shit in my chat. I love it. Yeah, I'll send them your way. All right. Who do you want to take here after your dating story? Godwin, Laporta, Pearsall, Golden, Shakir, Pollard down. Let's take Mooney. Okay. Let's take Darnell Mooney because I loved it. And this is about the range where he kind of goes. Let's just take Darnell Mooney, baby. Look at this room. Drake London and Darnell Mooney. You really are a homer. Okay, here we go. We got our next prompt here as we enter into the 8th round. Conditioning coach. We're going to cue the next cardio club wide receiver. Until the next pick, Tyler must perform an exercise his players hate to take who he wants. What's an exercise that Dre, burpees? Shit. What do you have him do? We don't do burpees. We do these things called 1-0 push-ups. So here, let's do this. So you have to just say 1-0, and then I will go down and I'll do a push-up. You can hold it so you go 1-0, you can pause for 15 seconds, and I still have to hold it, and then whatever. When I say 1-0 again, you come back up? You say 1-0, I'll do a push-up, and then you can wait. So I'm like up in a push-up stance. Let me try and get the camera zoomed out. No, I get that part, but how do I get you to not be holding anymore? Oh, every time I say 1-0, you go down, and it's me waiting to have you go down again. Gotcha. All right, this should be here. We go. Oh, let me keep the headphones on. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to see you, but I'll try. Yeah, we can see you right there. All right, 1-0. See, the easy part is the hold. The easy part's the hold. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. Bang him out, brother. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. Now he's not listening. 1-0. All right. You're back. You're back. Okay. Khalil Shakir, Tony Pollard, Josh Downs, Aaron Jones, Patrick Mahomes, Igbuka, Brian Robinson. Who do you want?
I heard Igbuka. I like it. We need a RB. Let's go Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, come on down. Yeah. Tony Pollard, come on down. All right, let me see. Okay. Man, so the kids, you don't make the kids do burpees? Those are the ones I hated.
Burpees, no. We had a punishment last week that sucked. I got tired watching them. We had 8 kids that were late to the start of when we start stretching. So they had to do 8 where it's 20 yards bear crawl, 20 yards back pedal, 20 yards sprint.
Yeah.
So and they had to do 8 of them. And then there were some that were not good enough, as it normally goes. So they probably did 12.
Yes. Also, I just remembered, I meant to follow up. How did you win best fan for local baseball league? What did you do to possibly deserve that recognition?
I've been going to the games for 5 years probably. So again, it's my junior year of college, I think is when I started going, and I'm a couple of years removed out of college now. And I'm a very passionate fan. I scream, I say things to this is a town of maybe 700-800 people. It's very small. And there's one bar in the town. We all go over there after the game. It's a Friday night and just drink. And so it's called the Detour. So if we score a run, I'll just scream from the hill that we're all on. I'll just go, "Let's go, baby. Let's go, Larks. Larks fly together. Let's defend the Detour." Some shit like that. And then I actually got interviewed by the news too a couple of years ago and it's on the graphic down there. It says Loretto Larks #1 fan. That's a great video too. I should post that on Twitter again.
Yeah, get that circulated there as well. I assume if you're in a town with only 700 to 800 people, that has to really limit the dating options for you.
I'm not in a town. The town's it's 30 minutes west. I'm literally I'm 10 minutes from downtown Minneapolis.
So you commute to this small town.
Yes.
Do you think there's any jealousy? We gave the #1 fan to someone who's not even from here. He's an interloper.
Well, the league, so to understand Minnesota Town baseball, Minnesota Town baseball is a huge freaking deal. It's not just this beer league or whatever. It's all There's an ex-Twins player on the team. There's all of his sons are on the team. It's all former college baseball players or current college baseball players. So it's a town. It's a whole league of 2-hour circle of kind of western central Minnesota.
All right, we got a multimedia prompt here. Ant or ant? We're going to cue Anthony Richardson, and Tyler must determine whether photos are of an insect, which is an ant, or the Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. You get 3+ right to take who he wants. And you love Ant Edwards, right?
Love Anthony Edwards. He's the man.
All right, here's the thing. Let's see how well you know him. Is this Anthony Edwards or an insect?
I'm going to go insect.
Correct.
Okay.
There's the head of that ant. So you're 1 for 1. Next clue here. Is this an ant or Anthony Edwards?
This almost looks like the bicep where the jersey kind of tucks up that top right. I feel they're trying to give me. Let's go Anthony Edwards.
All right. You're 2 for 2. There it is. You even got the bicep there. All right, man. You know your ants and ants. Here's number 3.
This one looks like it's just out to trick me immediately because it looks like sweaty skin. I'm gonna go ant. I'm gonna go an ant on this one. I feel like it's too good to be true.
Look at that, man! You galaxy brain. You knew it. You knew it was sweaty skin. You're 2 of 3 here, though. Let's see if you can get some redemption here. Number 4. Ooh,
that's an insect. That's an insect.
You are damn right. It is.
Yeah,
okay. Final clue here. You are 3 of 4.
That's got to be his hair. That's got to be his hairline. That's Anthony Edwards.
You are completely correct, but I think this one's so good because it does look like a cluster of little ants. Someone accidentally spilled some popsicle and they all are right there. But it is, in fact, Anthony Edwards here. So
there we go.
That one with flying colors. I can take Anthony Richardson out of the queue, who I never put in the queue in the first place. Who would you like with this next pick here?
A month ago, it would have been Quinchon, which is unfortunate for my bags now. Any stacking stuff here? I don't know. Let's go. No, we already got QB. Let's go. You want to scroll down a little bit for me?
Let me look at running back, wide receivers, and tight ends for you.
Let's go Dobbins. Let's go Dobbins. I like Dobbins.
All right, let me get Dobbins in here for you.
Yeah.
We will add him. Michael Penix feels like a pretty big need for this team, but we shall see. We shall see.
He is.
All right, we're going to spin again, and then I'll recap the team after this prompt. What do we have? Is it going to be
Superflex? Let's go.
Oh, yes. Superflex. Cue the next available QB. Until the next pick, Tyler must flex and pose for the audience like a bodybuilder to take who he wants here. All right, let's see your best bodybuilding pose.
I feel like I have a beater on under this. I feel like I have to take just to get the whole effect, right?
By all means, bud. D-robe. This is how we get the ratings up on this show. Wow, look at this. Look at this.
This is we call this one, Sam Solo calls this one the most muscular. So we're going to do the most muscular pose. Here we go.
Is this all right? Let's see it. What a meathead. I love it. Oh yeah. He submitted this prompt himself.
Who's on the clock? Get this going.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. Incredible stuff. We are on the clock here. Who would you like to take here now that you sufficiently flexed on us?
Let's go a little Denver. Let's go. Let's take players I like. Let's take Quinn. No, we're trying to win this thing. Let's go Keon Coleman. I've been clicking him a little bit more recently.
All right, Keon Coleman here as your 5th wide receiver. Here is the recap. Jaden Daniels, Devon Achane, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, J.K. Dobbins, Drake London, Mike Williams, Travis Hunter, Darnell Mooney, Keon Coleman. All that flexing just made me realize there was a thread between some of your collaborators. Emo, was it Bindles, Best Ball Guy? I don't think you were in the video, but just a seemingly serious argument about supersets. Were you part of this? What was going on with this? It seemed like people were actually mad at each other.
So we had a clip come out on Typhel Tower. BBG was just talking about what did he say? He was like, I had a big week this week, guys. Was doing 135 on the incline for 12 reps. And then he's like, you know what I do after I do the incline bench or just regular bench? Fucking push-ups, man. And we're like, push-ups. And he's like, dude, you know how much a badass you look like just doing some bench, and then you go down there and hit some push-ups. Like, everybody's watching you. Everyone's watching. And they're like, this guy just doesn't stop. So then Bindle said something about I forgot what the argument was. The argument was some of the battle between being functional and BBG was calling Bindles and Emo Cowboy a meathead. It actually spilled over into our Typhel Tower group text, which was hilarious. I talked about that on stream last night. It was this was a legit thing. It was so funny. It was and I just the dynamic with us on the show. I just like to poke the bear because Emo and BBG, they got this thing, and I just kind of stoke the fire. So I just put in our chat. I was I just out of nowhere, I go, what's up with all this bench talk? And then they fucking started going at it. So it was great.
Well, you know what? I find it refreshing in that a lot of the best ball disagreements on best ball Twitter writ large have been just mind-numbingly dumb. I think it's fun to have a hardcore disagreement about something not related to best ball whatsoever. It's really a nice breath of fresh air, change of pace.
You should have caught the end of my stream last night. Oh my God, I was fired up. I haven't done a 5-minute solo cam rant, and I don't think ever in the history of my stream.
What was the rant?
WNBA.
What are we talking about?
I said they should get paid more, and my chat was lost it. And I was
wow, your chat is anti-women.
They're anti-women getting paid what they deserve because you could buy a franchise. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. If I get into it, I'll get down a road.
I guess the interesting part about this to me isn't necessarily the argument, but it's more your audience is a reflection of you. So what do you think this says about you being on the complete opposite side of your audience on a take? You attracted all these dumb meatheads, and you're having to deal with it.
They just don't know. They just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's the problem. They have no idea what they're talking about. None. Zero.
Okay. Well, you could save that for the Typhel Tower streams. Cokehead. We're going to cue Xavier Legette. Tyler must snort a line of the supplement of his choice to take who he wants. Bindles, go get the GNC.
All right. Let's get the supplement of my choice. I only have I think I do protein and pre-workout.
It can just be a little bump.
Yeah. Let's do protein. That feels No, let's do pre-workout. Let's get going. Let's get rowdy. I'll be right back.
All right, let's get a little pre-workout here. This prompt, it did say Q Xavier Legette, but if I'm making an executive decision, if we're doing Cokehead, Jalen Coker is going in the queue here for sure. Man, the through lines just keep continuing on Best Ball Bash. Drug references, snorting here.
We're going to be doing a little pandemic today.
That looks like one of David Kitchen's energy drinks here.
All right. Here we go. We'll just do it right on the. Yeah, there we go. Ready? I've never done this in my life.
Let's see it. Yeah. I'm excited. This is exciting.
Out of context, please do not clip this. Oh, fuck. What stuff you didn't, dude? Oh, my God.
Happy birthday to the head coach as well.
Fuck, dude. God damn it.
Oh, my God. I just, I hope to the lawyers out there, anyone watching this after the fact, it's all in good fun, not financial advice, not medical advice. Please do your own research.
Not illegal.
You are on
not
the
illegal.
clock here.
Yeah.
You want quarterbacks? You want tight ends? Who do you want?
Yeah, let's go Kraft. I love Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft's the man.
Tucker Kraft, come on down. I gotta spin again and then we can talk exposures here. Shout out to Bindles. I think you owe him one here.
How did he not put Coker for that prompt is what I was curious. Why is it like
Tyler was yelling that it's because it's your favorite, and so that would be a bad punishment to have a guy you like. All right, number one ball knower. I'm going to cue Audric Estime. Until the next pick, Tyler must bring receipts to the chat as to why he's the number one ball knower. Lots of people vowing for this crown these days. So make your case. Why are you the number one ball knower?
I would say, so pre-draft, we did a big like film study review thing for all of the running backs. Mostly the running backs we watched everybody on stream. We ranked all the guys. This is pre-draft, just off film, mostly like a lot of different stuff. So our rankings were, like one that I felt good about was we had Quinshon Judkins above Henderson, which was not a popular take pre-draft. We had him ranked above Henderson. We had Harvey ranked number 7. I have 30% Harvey, to just put it lightly. I have 30% Harvey pre-draft, 30%. Okay. So that would be my case. That we watched all these guys, we wrote them up, we gave them some comps, we didn't write them up, but we talked about every single one of these guys on the stream. So I would say 30% Harvey should tell you all you need to know about my running back.
Did you call Harvey going in round 2 of the NFL draft?
I did not. I didn't call Harvey going in round 2, but I had him ranked 7th overall behind Genty, Hampton, Judkins, Henderson, Scatterbo, Johnson, then Harvey. I felt like that was pretty like,
yeah. I wasn't convinced, so I did add Audric Estime to this team. It seems like you just got lucky on RJ Harvey getting drafted pretty early. I mean, if he didn't landing spot,
I've never had close to anywhere of 30% of a player though. Like Harvey was such a like a stand that I don't normally take on a guy. Like, oh man, I loved Harvey. All right.
Well, I hope you like Audric Estime because he's your 12th round pick on this team.
It's fitting, same team. Maybe Harvey gets hurt.
Do you think because you coach football that you do have more ball knowing skills than the typical fantasy football nerd, or do you think there's nothing that transfers there?
It's hard to say because it's like I feel like the more you know about football, the better you may be able to predict like situations. Like I feel like one player take that I have that's kind of based on just overall coaching football is Roma Dunze. Like I feel like Roma Dunze, like he's going to be the X, and like people don't understand that he's going to be the X receiver because it's a lot different being the X receiver than an F receiver. X receiver doesn't come off the field hardly ever. Like he's going to be, I think, on the field a lot more than DJ Moore, and he's going to kind of be asked to win in different ways than DJ Moore, Burden, and Loveland are. More, like the drags, the over the middle stuff. I think Rome's really the only guy out there that's going to be able to win on his own outside the numbers, which is something that Caleb did really well in college. So that's kind of been my take. Is just from football perspective.
Okay. Any other players that you would say are undervalued by fantasy nerds, but only a ball knower would be able to appreciate what they bring to the table?
Fantasy nerds. I'm just thinking like I love receivers who block. If you don't no block, no rock on my team.
Well, I feel like Jacoby Myers is always an interesting one.
That's a good boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say, yeah, honestly, it's more the stuff that like, it fires me up, but it's not like fantasy managers wouldn't care about. Like I think what Brock Wright does for the fucking Detroit Lions is generational. Like I love
generational.
Dude, yeah, I love like Charlie Warner for the Falcons. These blocking guys, these blocking tight ends who don't get the ball, who don't bitch, don't complain. But guess what? They're opening up fucking lanes on a goddamn, pin pull counter action that no one gives a fuck about unless it's Bijan Robinson hitting the C gap. Like
so you're the
that's
guy
what fires me up.
When Brock Wright on a trick play leaks out and steals a touchdown from Sam Laporta and Fantasy Nation is losing its mind, you're over there just being like, "God,
I'm over there. I'm like, good for fucking Brock Wright, man. Good for Brock Wright."
Yes, it sounds like you're pro WNBA salary increase and pro tight end by committee. You don't want all of our first string tight ends to get all the touchdowns. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I actually don't have a lot of the top tight, like elite tight ends, so you could say that.
Okay. All right. We're going to spin again here. Our team 1551, Jaden Daniels, HN, Kenneth Walker, a beefy boy, Tony Pollard, JK Dobbins, a ball knowing Audric, estimate pick, Drake London, Mike, Broccoli Williams, Travis Hunter, Darnell Mooney, Keon Coleman, and Tucker Kraft. This is a big prompt for you because Michael Penix is coming up on the board for your double stack here.
Okay,
and Bindles is back. Donald Pump. We're going to cue Jalen Naylor. Until his pick, Tyler must do jumping jacks while singing the Star-Spangled Banner in his best Trump impersonation to take who he wants. So there's 3 elements of this: jumping jacks, Star-Spangled Banner as Donald Trump here.
The Trump impersonation I'm not worried about. This is going to be 7 picks of jumping jacks though. And
okay,
I'm better at improv Trump anyway. All right.
Okay. Let's see it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, here we go. Do I need to back up? Hopefully you can hear me. Well, tuck this. That's not good. All right. I don't know how to start this. All right. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming? This is bad. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, o'er so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Incredible there. Yes, and as FK Coolers just says here, let me show you this. I just got this beautiful screenshot with this pose and this comment up on screen. Just a reminder that he's currently single, girls. Had to get that one snapped there. All right, I got good news and bad news. The good news is you passed that with flying colors. The bad news is Michael Penix did go at pick 149, so you're not going to be able to close the loop on that double stack you set up.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy rage bait right there.
You are on the clock, though. Kincaid, Benson, Rashad White, Ferguson, Garendo, Tillman, Cokehead, Leggett, Tua.
Let's go Rashad White, be done at RB. Actually, we need to I'll go with Rashad White. We got one.
I would say you could have shut it down at RB after Audric Estimate.
No, we got Estimate. I don't want him on that team. He's on the bench. We need 5.
All right, let's spin again here. Yeah, shout out Bindles. Really putting you through the ringer here today. All right, what do we got next? This one is called Old School.
Oh, shit.
Old School. Cue the first player over 30 years old. Tyler must match 3 pieces of old school media or equipment with their names to take who he wants. It's going to be a multimedia prompt. If he fails, he must drink a raw egg or other old school workout recovery beverage. And it sounds like you've already had maybe a little too much consumption on this show so far. So I hope you get this right. All right. Here it is. This is the first thing. Do you know what this is called?
I think that's a floppy disk, is it not?
Correct. All right. You're 101. We're going to start easy here. Do you know what this is?
That looks like what I used to watch The Lion King on. I'm pretty sure that's a VCR.
Yes, but can I get a little more specific? The VCR
cassette tape?
Well, the VCR is what this thing is going to go inside of. What is the
a cassette tape? Isn't it? It's a cassette tape. Is it not?
It kind of looks like this. Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. It's a VHS tape.
VHS. Okay. VHS. Okay.
For the movie. But I think you're directionally accurate enough. What is this here? Let's get a little harder.
Fuck. That's an Atari. Obviously, I've heard of these.
Yeah,
I guess you look at the console name. Yeah, I'm obviously console name Atari. Oh, no, that's all it is. Yeah. Okay,
you're good. And that one was there's a little logo there. We got to blur that out next time. You're actually 3 for 3. All right, let's see if we can up this. Do we know what this is? This is harder. I think you're. I don't.
Yeah. Shit. It looks like a really big Game Boy cassette. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I have no clue what that is. No clue.
Yeah, that is called a 8-track.
Don't know what that is.
8-track. Yeah, that's before your time. But you're still 3 for 4. Last one. You know what this is called?
Is that I've seen all the memes recently. That's a Walkman, right?
It is a Walkman. It is
yes!
a Walkman.
I watch a lot of 80s movies, so I think that helped me.
I think we got timed out. You got timed out on Dalton Kincaid as I was doing that. Okay. Let's see here, but let me make sure. Dalton Kincaid is not over 30, so that's on me for not getting a 30-year-old in there. I just wanted to move quickly. But you did do good. You matched over 3 pieces, so you don't have to chug egg white. That's good. I don't even have any eggs anyway, so. I was gonna say I didn't see in the that refrigerator. So what happens when you have a lady over and she opens up her fridge, your fridge? Is she horrified?
I'm trying to think if that's like ever, usually the fridge. Usually I go get the drinks. I don't know if there's not much in there to find. I've definitely opened it for some people, but they tend to overlook it through, because they're blinded by my charisma and they're staring at the succulents and they don't think about the lack of vegetables. I will say funny because the Trump impersonation is something I do on stream from, I would say more than time to time. It's not a political leaning. I feel pretty good at it. It did slip out on a first date once. It was a reflex. I did it and I regretted it immediately, but it was kind of funny. I forgot what she said, but I think I said, I was like, she said something. I was like, you're wrong. Fantasy Football Garage says, I love that Pete hasn't gotten over the fridge for 30 minutes now. I just feel the fridge has been a big part of this show. We saw first it was the lack of vegetables. Then we had the revelation of all of the beverages in there, including the bush apple. And then we got to see the actual meal itself. I feel like I know every nook and cranny. I guess the question, what's in the freezer? You got anything going in there? One thing is in the freezer. It is a box of Uncrustables. that checks out. I should have taken a guess. I got roasted for the Uncrustables today in the coaches, like the pre-meeting, all the coaches just meet, and someone was talking about breakfast. I said, I just had 2 Uncrustables, and he goes, are you serious, dog? Are you serious? Like the head coach, are you serious? I was like, yeah, it's easy and quick. He's like, easy and quick, not a good way to go through life. I was like, that's pretty fair. That's the guy whose birthday it is today? Yeah. Wow. Man, and you tilted him on his birthday. I know. By telling him about your late night snacks. All right. Looks like we have a Typhel Tower prompt here. Yeah, there we go. Typhel Tower Tussle. Cue Tyler Van Dyke, a player I did not know existed until right now. To take who he wants, Tyler must tell us which of his Typhel Tower co-hosts is the best drafter and why. This comes via Chris. Oh, God. Best drafter. The sport of drafting. Here, I don't want to do too much politics. I feel like Emo's the most informed drafter. 100% he's the most informed. But it does piss me off when he's like, no, can't take Kyron Williams. He was going 2 picks earlier here 4 months ago. Can't take him there. Can't take him there. That really pisses me off. Also, too, a clip we had just from last Typhel Tower, we needed a third tight end when we had Hawkinson and another decent second option, and he's like, need a third tight end, 6 receivers here for sure. So I think I would. BBG has some fucking bad takes though. You don't, babe, what I'm sensing here and why this is such a good prompt is you don't want to call either of them the best drafter, but to not take Tyler Van Dyke, you are going to have to definitively say who is the best drafter. I'm gonna give it to Eric because I know it's gonna piss Emo Cowboy off. I'm gonna give it to Eric. Give it to BBG.
Wow, the best drafter and the best programmer of workouts.
Yes.
BG.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all about functionality, man.
Okay. There you go. I guess you're not going to have to take Tyler Van Dyke here. Who would you like to select? Would you like a second quarterback here? A young Cam Ward, another receiver?
Yeah, let's go second QB. Let's go Cam Ward. I saw a nice I saw some Titans Cam Ward mic'd up propaganda that I like. So let's go Cam Ward.
I also want to mention we have now multiple sites. I think Underdog just flipped the switch on this 2 days ago. I noticed it during the Pros vs. Joe's draft. It is Cameron Ward now. It is not Cam Ward on the app. So in the same way that I must respect Ted Arroyo's full name, I now will be saying Cameron Ward. And if not, you got to pay the swear jar if you try to give him that nickname there. All right, let's spin again here. We're going to have 3 more picks on our randomizer draft with PPRTyler. Check out his channel on YouTube, streaming every day until he has a heart attack because of his unbalanced diet and is no longer able to stream. All right, the Laundry Bro stack. Cue the next Brown. Tyler must grab 3 random jerseys out of the closet who he thinks would make a good QB, running back, and wide receiver, respectively. If Chat deems the stack draft worthy, take whoever. All right, well, this is a fun one here from our guy Nez. Let me get the next Cleveland Brown in here. Who's that going to be? Jerome Ford. We'll go ahead and throw Deontay Johnson in just in case. Who he thinks would make a good quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. Okay, so this can be cross-sport. He just has to sell us on this. Man, we're going to need him to come back quickly to pull this off. All right, this is going to be close. 11 seconds. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull this off. He should have just grabbed Ty Jones off the.
All right, we got Drew Lock, Mizzou. I got Deion Sanders at RB because I don't have an running back jersey, and I lost the other one. It was yeah, no, just go. I think we got to go.
Oh shit! I tried to get your punishment back because I thought you were so close, and I gave you Zach Ertz because I was gonna stack him up with Daniels for you.
No, that's on me. It's over there. I forgot it. I got Drew Lock, Mizzou. I was gonna put Deion at RB because I don't have a running back, and then I had Julio Jones in my hand.
Wow. I thought you were going to get it, and I was going to go Ty goes to the runner there in the literal sense, and you failed me.
I did. That's my name.
A permanent punishment there. Okay. All right. I thought you could have used Ty Jones. It was right over your shoulder there.
Yeah, I could have, I guess. Yeah. It's funny. I actually have I don't have him in this apartment, but in college, high school and college, first 2 years, I went on this crazy jersey. I was the fucking jersey guy. I have over 100 jerseys, and not in this apartment because I can't have that many here because that's a bad look because they take up two racks of closets. But yeah. So I have a select few that made it to my apartment. The rest are at my parents' house.
Unreal. I know.
Yeah.
I was telling the story yesterday that my parents keep, every time they come out here, they bring more and more of my old clothes, old paraphernalia and stuff like that. And I think I do have a bin of old jerseys and stuff like that are probably headed my way at some point. But, throw them in a bin, and then they're there when you have a randomizer prompt that will require all of them.
There we go.
Yeah, Tyler, let people know otherwise where can they find your channel if they want more of your antics, battling your hyper masculine chat, etc. Where can they do so?
PPRTyler on YouTube, PPRTyler on Twitter. We're streaming tonight I'm off work at 8. So I'll be out live at 8:45. So 8:45 Central. Come hang out. Probably draft some Eliminator. Trying to draft a lot more of that contest. So come hang out. We stream again every day until the season starts. 1,500 subs. Go sub. 24-hour live stream at 1,500 subs, which you did admit to that video you said last year where it was if you get 10 likes, we're going to do a 24-hour live stream. You admitted that was about me. We can get that on the record.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who else was crazy? I mean, in best ball history, there's been a few. Flock did a 24-hour stream, right? Yeah. You did.
Yeah, he did it. Dog Pound did one last year too.
Yes. Okay. Dog Pound did one last year, but yours was before his, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If you may or may have not been the inspiration for that. So, put that on your mantle. Tell the ladies who come over that you were the source material for the 2024 Best Ball Bros video.
Hey, just happy to make it. Hey, rookie year. I'm in the Source Bros video. Let's go. Rookie year streamer.
That's right. This year, people might not be so excited if they're source material for Best Ball Bros based on how things are going. Hey, speak of the devil,
Look at that.
24-hour stream. We're going to cue Sky Moore. Tyler must recreate Pete's Best Ball Guy promo saying, if we get 24 likes, we'll do a 24-hour Best Ball stream. I don't know why I did that like Davis, but with gusto to take who we want. So wait 1 second. Let me make sure I get the punishment in here this time.
Okay,
Sky
wait.
Moore,
So what's the Best Ball Guy part of this?
So he's saying you need to do an impersonation of me doing an impersonation of you.
Okay.
If we get 24 likes, we'll do a 24-hour Best Ball stream here. So let me get you full screen and go ahead and deliver this.
I can't remember exactly how you did it, but I'll try and do it. I think you did something like, if we get 24 likes on this stream, we're going to do a 24-hour live draft. I think that was about what it was.
Yeah, it passes. Yeah. How did that go? How was the 24-hour stream?
We made a couple vital mistakes that was just rookie shit. I started it after I did a full day of work because I was like, I'm young, I can do this shit. Like, I'll just stay up. I've done it before. So I just started at like 5 p.m. for no fucking reason. And then I tried to take pre-workout in the middle of it because I was fighting
a little.
It was liquid.
Okay.
I took it again after I was like sitting down for 6 hours, not moving around, empty stomach. I almost had to call I had 911 dialed. I thought my heart was going to explode out of my chest. And I was like, there's a 15-second clip, you can find it. It's still there. I'm like tweaking on stream. I'm like freaking out. Like the stream's gonna. I was like, my heart was beating so fast. I've never felt anything like it. So that was a mistake. But other than that, it was good. Flock came on to kick it off.
Other than almost dying and having to call emergency medical professionals, it was a great stream. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play?
Exactly.
Jesus, Tyler. Michael Wilson, DeAndre Hopkins, Slayton, probably in the market for a wide receiver, but you can do whatever.
Let's go, Coker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jalen Coker, come on down. Seems all too fitting here. All right, final spin. It's a good show when we have multiple prompts left over here. Shout out to everyone on Twitter, Bindles, obviously Matthew Wood, our lead randomizer, head writer here, and everybody with a great batch of prompts. We got our final one. This is not a drill. Cue the next available Viking. Tyler must demonstrate a drill he did this week with his players to take who he wants. What position do you coach again?
QBs.
All right. Show us a drill you did with these guys.
A drill. We could just do like mesh. We do mesh, mesh week because we do a lot of RPO. It's got to be, that QB to RB transition's got to be in lockstep. My football's in my car, but I do have my Coos.
Yeah,
ball.
That'll work. That'll work. Get
this'll
cooking.
work,
Get
so.
cooking.
All right, here we go. This is fine. Here we go like this. So just I would typically snap it to the QB, and then if we're going, tied, that's the play. Mesh, right? Or we could throw a little read on it, throw a little D gap read on there for if we got a run play called, and then we got a pass play, just a quick slant from our slot. We're reading the D gap defender. If he inserts, we're throwing that ball. If he's flat footed, not going to make a play on the running back, we're handing that thing off. So here we go. So go, and then fire that thing in there. That D gap defender inserts. That's a first down. We're moving the chains.
What pick do you want to make here? Your final pick. You want another one?
Ray McLeod.
All right, let me get this in. Also, I noticed that you leading your quarterbacks through the mesh drill looks the exact same as Donald Trump doing jumping jacks while singing the Star Spangled Banner. I think those drills are actually just interchangeable.
Exactly. They definitely could be.
Well, here's the deal, Tyler. You have successfully navigated the randomizer draft. 18 picks in the books. I'll read this final team off to you here. 2673. Thank you to everyone hanging out every week, 1 p.m. Eastern. It is, of course, the Best Ball Bash, followed by the randomizer. Next week, we already got next week's guest book. It's Jake Trowbridge from Fantasy Life. Very talented. Last year or 2 years ago, I can't remember, was on the show. Did lots of impressions, all kinds of fun stuff, singing. So we will keep the good times rolling next week on the randomizer. But Tyler, here's how you did. Jaden Daniels and Cameron Ward, Devon Achane, a beefy Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey's, Audric Estime's, I was trying to say RJ Harvey's starter. RJ Harvey is the backup to Audric Estime was the joke I was trying to make. Rashad White, because you got to tack that on. 3 Falcons wide receivers, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and Ray McLeod. We had Mike Williams as a punishment for not eating veggies. Travis Hunter, 6 or 7. Keon Coleman, Jalen Coker after doing a line of pre-workout. Tucker Kraft, Dalton Kincaid, and Zach Ertz. How do you feel about this team?
I feel good. It's got a lot of my guys on it, so it's always good when you see guys with high exposures on your team. So a lot of those guys on it. I think this team takes down the pot. I think this is gonna be the freest. What is it, like $30 you could ever win? So
it's true. It's true. And I think someone mentioned, and I apologize. There's generally so much stuff going on during the randomizer that I don't get a chance to scope out other teams. But someone did mention in the chat, Nez started Bijan Robinson, Najee Harris, Caleb Johnson, Johnny Smith, Roman Wilson, Jalen Warren, Aaron Rodgers, Darnell Washington, KJ Hamler, Robert Woods, then pivoted over to CJ Ham, just decided, hey, I'll do a little Minnesota, then went back to Calvin Austin, Lance McCutcheon, Cordell Patterson, then went over to Russell Wilson, just a quick detour, Anthony McFarland, Paris Campbell, and Michael Gallup. What the team there from Nez. Final chance here, Tyler. Let people know if they like the aura that you're farming here. Where can they see more of you?
Guys, PPRTyler on YouTube. Like I said, we were streaming every day over there. And I make it, unlike some of these streamers, and again, not going to call out names, but I give you the countdown to get my drafts. If you want to get on a stream draft, if you don't, just don't join. But if you do, countdown, you can time it up. It's the same every time. Get in my drafts, come hang out with me. And yeah, we're streaming every single day until week 1. That's the goal. Someone threw out you should stream for a year consecutively. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. But the week 1 to say I did big board the first day that dropped to week 1 when BBM closes would be something that nobody cares about, but it'd be just kind of cool to say for myself. So that's the goal. That's what we're going to do. Go over there, go sub 1,500 subs, 24-hour live stream. That's going to be a time to if we get there. So before week 1 of the season, that's after that. I don't even want to do it. So actually don't sub if you don't want to.
All right. That was quite the journey to that plug. Appreciate all of you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with ship chasing and lulls, and this week After Dark Sunday with Jack Miller from ETR. Hope everyone has a good rest of your Wednesday. Thanks to producer Nick, all of the randomizer team, to Tyler, to our Bash guests, Matt Davis. You guys are the best. We'll see you guys next time on the Bash.